I remember thinking with my ex that it was a really good day if we went 24 hours without screaming and yelling. But even in that environment, I fostered expectations that ultimately made my journey harder. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Louise Williams and I'm the founder and CEO of Empowerment Through Thought. If you want to know more about that, check out the link in the description below. Now let's dive into an unspoken truth about surviving toxic people. Now, a challenge for those of us navigating toxic folks is that a lot of the support and information out here on the interwebs focuses on trying to understand the toxic person. It makes sense that we want to figure out what is happening with these abusive and terrible behaviors of toxic people. However, understanding the toxic person will only get you so far when it comes to protecting yourself. Toxic people are going to behave in terrible ways. That's just kind of what they do. We can condemn their behavior, and we should, but we can't change it. The unspoken truth about surviving toxic people is the work really begins when you focus on the things that you can control. You cannot control their behavior, but you can control your expectations when working with toxic people. Now, expectations are a tricky thing. Most of us who spent time with toxic people tend to have pretty low expectations of how these folks will treat us. I remember thinking with my ex that it was a really good day if we went 24 hours without screaming and yelling. But even in that environment, I fostered expectations that ultimately made my journey harder. I expected that my partner would stand by me when outside forces tried to undermine me. I expected that my partner would love me no matter what. At the end of the day, these are pretty ordinary expectations to have of a partner. But because I was dealing with a toxic person, they were particularly harmful. The more I clung to these expectations, the more ways my ex was able to hurt me. Now, when I experienced him being super aggressive toward me, I had to wrestle with the pain from his aggression in that moment and the disappointment of seeing him once again fail to show me love. Even if the expectations we have for toxic people ordinarily make sense, they can multiply the harms we experience when toxic people act toxic. By letting go of the expectations that my partner should love me, I was able to minimize the harm when my partner was aggressive. I was better able to accept him for what he was and just navigate one harmful act at a time. Over time, I realized I didn't want a partner who couldn't show me love. And that helped me decide to establish a series of boundaries. That process was easier because I had come to accept that the only way that I could have this person in my life was if I let go of the expectation that he would show me love. If you want to use this tool to help yourself navigate toxic people, I'd recommend you start by identifying what expectations do you have for this person. Do you expect that they won't yell at you for no reason? Do you expect that they will support you when things get financially difficult? Once you know what your expectations are, try to reflect on some recent negative experiences you've had with this person. Did those expectations make the experiences even more difficult than they had to be? By just becoming aware of what your expectations are, you'll start to notice how they impact your journey with toxic people. Over time, you may notice that if you can let go of those expectations, the harm these toxic folks create will lessen. This isn't a quick fix, but when it comes to toxic people, a lot of the best case scenarios amount to a reduction of harm, not an elimination of harm. Now, if you'd like some support on your journey navigating toxic people, I can help. I work one-on-one with folks who are trying to make sense of toxic people and are eager to rediscover who they want to be. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and hit the subscribe button. If you made it this far, let me know by dropping a heart emoji in the comments. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.